Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangam Langayadigrim Yatkrapata Mahamande Shri Guru Dina Tarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Meshwaram. Okay, so verse number 13. Okay, let's go ahead. Beautiful verse. Dehinosmin yada dehe kaumaram yauvanam jara tada dehandara praptir dhirastatra na muhyati. Okay, so it's okay. Sorry, I will recite one line like that. Dehinosmin yada dehe. Someone, please recite.
Hare Krishna. Dehinosmin yada dehe
Kaumaram yauvanam jara
kaumaram yavvanam jara
tata dehandara praptir
tada dehantara prapti
dhirastatra na muhyati.
dhirastatra na muhyati.
Please read the
Translation. As the embodied soul continuously passes in this body from boyhood to youth to old age, the soul similarly passes into another body at death. A sober person is not bewildered by such a change. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. So, Dehino asmin yada dehe. So here Krishna says, the verse says basically, the title of the verse we can say, if we are saying one line title of this verse is change of the body is natural. Change of the body is natural. This is what Krishna is saying in this verse. He says, as the embodied soul, dehinosmin yada dehe, means as the embodied soul continuously passes in this body. So soul passes in the sense soul is present in this body, or we can say soul is covered by the body, whatever we see externally. Yeah, Kaumaram Yavananjara. So how this soul is going through, actually soul is not going through, body is going through boyhood to youth to old age, right? We are seeing that. Kaumara means boyhood, youth means Yavanam means youth, and old age is Jara. So we are seeing that baby is born, then becoming boyhood, then youth, old age. This we are seeing this, continuously there is a change in the body, right? Or we can say change in the, actually there is a change basically. There are changes, right? So as this soul is not changing, but the body is changing. Body is going through the boyhood, youth and old age. That is what Dehino asmin yada dehe. So soul is there, present there. Soul is not changing. Soul remains same. Soul in the body of a newborn baby, and soul in the body of an old age, person who is going to die, same. There is no birth, there is no growth, there is no old age for the soul. Soul remains same, eternal, always. And soul is accepting this body basically. So when we are taking birth, what is happening? That soul is accepting a body. That's how it happens. Soul is there already, and it is accepting a body. According to the karma and all, we are getting a body. So this is what is happening. So Krishna is saying that as the body continues to change from boyhood to youth to old age, tada dehandara praptir. Similarly, the soul similarly passes into another body at the time of death. So currently our soul is not going anywhere. Soul remains same, constant, and the boyhood, youth, old age is happening to our body, correct? So there are changes for our body, changes to our body. Similarly, what happened during the death? During the death, soul passes from one body to another. Because the body becomes invalid, then it goes to the next body. This is what is happening. So what is happening in the death? Death means somebody is leaving. We say no, Gaya, gone. Who is going? The gone or going is what? Soul. Soul is leaving the body and going to the another body. Because when our body becomes old and invalid, it goes to the next body. Soul goes and accepts, or we can say goes to the next body, as it is mentioned. In the sense, soul remains same. Soul is not undergoing any changes. It is changing the body. When it becomes invalid, it changes. This is what is happening. So that is why we see death means what? It's not that heart is stopping, or it's not that our organs are stopping. Organs and heart and everything is stopping because soul has decided to go. It's not because of that it became old, and not like that actually. So when the time comes, when soul leaves the body, all the things, all the organs and whatever, even our body become invalid, become dead body, right? If there is no life, means the body is dead body. So dead body, nobody will keep it for even for a day. It will be burnt. True? Correct? So what is the actual, just think about it. Whatever we are seeing outside is only a temporary covering. Just like we have a kurta or sari or shirt and t-shirt, that's all. When it becomes old, we are leaving it, we are throwing it, and we are buying new one. This is what is happening to all of us. This was happening, this is happening, this will happen also, as long as we are in this material world. We as an individual soul will change the bodies like that. According to the karma, we will get different body. If you are doing sins, we will get animal body. If you are doing so many nasty things, we will get body accordingly. If you are doing good things, we'll get good body. In the sense, good body in the sense, body which on situation and circumstance and family wherein we can practice bhakti nicely. So everything depending upon what we do, what choices we are making in this life, according to the free will, how we are acting. So we have some freedom, some independence to choose, to do, right? To do things, to see what is to be done or what not to be done. We have some intelligence also. If we are misusing our intelligence, if we are not properly following the rules and regulations, then we will be getting some body which we cannot even imagine. We don't know what will happen to us. So it's very important. So the point is that here Krishna is saying that like the body gets transformed, like body is changing. There are changes in the body from boyhood, youth and old age. At death, during death, what happens? The soul passes from or leaves one body and go to another body. This is what is happening. Dhiras tatra namuhyadiri. So a person who understands the science of change of the body is not bewildered by such a change. Muhyadi means confused or bewilderment. So dhiras tatra namuhyadiri. Dhira means a sober person. Sober person means the meaning of sober person means one who has perfect knowledge of his constitution of the soul and the super soul. Or dhira means a person who is having knowledge. What kind of knowledge? Who is having spiritual knowledge? What is the meaning of that spiritual knowledge? It's not that we are becoming scholar in Bhagavad Gita, or we know all the 700 verses or the 18,000 slokas of Bhagavatam. That is not knowledge. Knowledge means here it means that the understanding that who are we, or understanding that we are individual souls, we are part and parcel of Krishna, and what is individual soul like us, what is super soul like Paramatma, and also the nature of the material world, or nature of matter and spirit. So what are made up of matter, what are the material things, and what is made up of matter, and what is spiritual. So that difference between matter and spirit, and also understanding what is soul, what is super soul, and its characteristics, its constitution, everything. This is perfect knowledge. This is knowledge. One who knows that, dhira, he is called as dhira or sober person. Dhiras tatra namuhyadi. Such dhiras or sober person will not be bewildered. Bewildered means confused. Will not be confused by the change of the body. This is what being mentioned here. So Prabhupada here clearly mentions one who has perfect knowledge. This is the definition of Dhira. I already explained now, right? So but the thing is that now one may get a good body according to their karma. One may get a bad body according to the karma. We don't know what will be the if everything depending upon what all karmas they are doing in their life. When they are alive, what is their consciousness? What are the activities they are doing? Accordingly, we are going to get a body. So here in this case, our Acharyas mentions that Bhishma and Dronacharya, both of them are noble personalities. They are not sinful personalities. They are noble personalities. Even Bhishma Dev is a pure devotee. Dronacharya also is a noble person. It's not that he is a kind of asura kind of mentality like Duryodhana. No, he has to take the he has to support Duryodhana because we know the reason. Because Duryodhana was taking care of him. Because he was a Brahmana and his existence was he was depending on our Duryodhana in one way externally. And internally also Dronacharya is also teaching us that Dronacharya being the best teacher for he is a teacher for everybody, in fact Kauravas and Pandavas. Still he knows dharma, he is well aware that what is good, what is to be done, what not to be done, who is virtuous, who is wise and who is in the sense who is doing sins and who is following dharma, who is adharmi, who are adharmis or who are following dharmas, everything he knows. But still he had to take the side of Duryodhana. So again proving the same point that being the teacher of everybody, even the Pandavas, he had to, since he took the wrong side, he had to die. He has to leave the body, or what we can say, because he was fighting against Krishna, right? Krishna's party, or we can say Krishna was with Pandavas in that way. So the point is that our Acharyas mentioned Bhishma and Dronacharya, they are noble souls and they will definitely get spiritual bodies, see, or at least heavenly planets. This is heavenly planets, okay. Our Bhishma Dev is 100%, he got spiritual body because he is a pure devotee. Dronacharya also definitely is not an ordinary person. So our Acharyas mentioned that, even Prabhupada mentions in the purport that they are not ordinary people. So definitely either they will get spiritual bodies and go to spiritual world, or at least they will get heavenly bodies, means some devatas bodies. So definitely beyond they will get a better position than the human body. That's what say. Then what is the lamentation? What is why Arjuna is lamenting to kill them like that? That's the question. Okay, so one more point I want to highlight here about gross body and subtle body. So what is gross body and what is subtle body? So our body, we are actually individual souls, spirit souls, and we are having a covering of body, right? And we are having both gross body and subtle body. So gross body means the body what we see outside, the external body, which we can see and perceive. Gross senses means the senses which we can see, like eyes, then hands, nose, ears, all different senses we have, right? So there are different kinds of senses. There are different senses, 5 knowledge acquiring senses, and I have told this before in the previous class, any class? No? Okay. There are 5 senses. I think we will see that in the later also. So 5 knowledge acquiring senses. Knowledge acquiring senses means by using these senses we are getting some knowledge. For example, eyes. By using these eyes we are able to see a form. So it's a kind of acquiring a knowledge of that form. So eye is called as knowledge acquiring sense. Ears is also a knowledge acquiring sense because through the ears we are hearing, right? So we are getting some knowledge through the ears. Correct. For example, if somebody is speaking something, we are not seeing them, we are hearing the sound. By hearing the sound, if we are familiar with that person, we understand that this is that person. Correct. Similarly, I am seeing Ram Kumar Prabhu now. I have seen one time, then I understood he is Ram Kumar. So every time when I see you see him using my eyes will give an indication to my mind that this is Ram Kumar Prabhu. Right? So through the eyes, I am able to see a particular form, and even identification is also happening. So that is why knowledge occurring. So ears, eyes, then another is nose, smell also. We know if we are closing our eyes and smelling jasmine, we will easily understand this is jasmine because we have experienced it, right? So through nose also we are getting some knowledge we can gain. So likewise, then one more is that our tongue. Our tongue is also a sense wherein when we eat we are getting the taste, and also that the skin touch, that is also one of the knowledge acquiring senses. These are the 5 senses, knowledge acquiring senses. Similarly, we have 5 what is that, working senses. Working senses means hands. By the using our hands we are doing so many works, so many activities. So hand is called as a working sense, and our legs are also working sense. By using legs we are walking, right? The second working sense. Third working sense is our speech. The ability of speech is a working sense, 3. And fourth is our 2 private. 4th and 5 is 2 private parts. These are, so 3 plus 2, 5. So 5 working senses and 5 knowledge acquiring senses. So we have 10 senses now. Okay, got it? So these all are gross senses, by the way. These all gross sense. Gross means it can be perceived, it can be seen, it can be perceived easily. So we are talking about gross senses. 10 senses we said, 5 knowledge acquiring, 5 working senses. Okay, or in Sanskrit it says Jnanendriya and Karmendriya. Jnanendriya means knowledge acquiring, and Karmendriya means the working senses. So 10 now. So now we have 10 senses. Now this is gross. Okay, and this gross senses is part of our body, correct? We are seeing it and this is part of our body. So the whatever we are seeing externally is gross body with these gross senses. Got it? Gross body means which can be perceived or which we can see. Now coming to the subtle. Okay. By the way, before that, okay, I will tell this subtle also, then we will talk about it. Subtle body is something, okay, before that, gross body is made up of this 5 elements, which Krishna will say in the different chapter only. He says earth, water, fire, air, ether, 5 elements. Panjabhuta, we would have heard about it, right? Panjabhuta, earth, water, fire, air, ether. So whatever the body what we see, the gross body what we see with our 10 senses is made up of these 5 elements: earth, water, fire, air, ether. How we can understand that? How we know the earth element is there in our body? We will understand when we die, when our body is burnt, it is becoming ash and it is mixing with the soil, correct? It is mixing with the earth element. Is it happening? Correct or not? That means our body has an earth element. Now, we all know that water element is there in our body. 70% of our body is made of water, we say. We know that. Third, air. Are we agreeing that there is air in our body? Of course. Because with the air only there are different 10 types of air in the body. So, because of the air circulation we are living, we are able to breathe and so many things are happening. So many functions in the body also happening because of the movement of air. So, earth element we mentioned and air we mentioned. Then what we mentioned is, what is the third one I mentioned? Water, right? Water, yeah. Now, fourth element is fire. Fire element is also there in our body. How we can understand? Because there are gastric juices, for digestive juices, and there is actually digestive fire. In Sanskrit, it is mentioned Agni. Actually, if you go to Ayurvedic doctor, they will say there is some problem in your then your gastric. There is a Jadaragni, means your digestive system is not proper, means that acidic, that there is a kind of fire element inside our body. That is why whatever we eat, it is getting digested. It is getting digested, and because of that fire element. And also we know that there is a body temperature for us also, right? We all know that there is a temperature. When it increases, then we are getting fever. Even without fever, our body is having some temperature, correct? So how the temperature will be there? There is a fire element in our body. Now we said 4 elements, right? Now fifth is the ether. Ether means sky, we can say, or space. Space also there in our body. It's not that there is space between organs, there is space between cells, even cells. Understand? No? Correct? Agree? So now all these 5 Panchabhutas are present in our body, or our body is made of these Panchabhutas. Got it? The gross body. No? Now coming to, and all the 10 senses also part of the body. So we mentioned that. Now coming to the subtle body now. What are the subtle body? Subtle body means which we cannot perceive with our senses. Subtle means which is gross means which we can perceive. Subtle means which we cannot perceive using our, or we cannot see, or we cannot like we see our body, like we see. This is a gross element. This is something gross. Our mobile is a gross, which we can see and use and touch and all these things. But even air also is a gross element. It's not a subtle element. That is why if a wind is blowing, we are feeling some. We are getting. If we are putting fan, we are getting the wind, right? So even though that is subtle, we cannot see the wind, but we can feel it. Correct. So that also part of the gross body only. So you just imagine something more subtler than that. So that is what is subtle body, which we cannot even understand what it is. For example, let's come to the subtle body. 3 we have. One is our mind, second is our intelligence, and third is our false ego. I will explain what are these. Mind, we know. We say mind, manas or mind. So mind, can we see mind? Anybody have seen the mind? No. But the function of the mind we know. The function of the mind is 3. Thinking, feeling and willing. These 3 functions mind has. So we are thinking many things. We are feeling, we are getting some feelings, right? Sometimes happiness, sometimes distress. These feelings are coming, right? So thinking also, feeling also, and willing. Willing means willing to do something. So these are the functions of the mind basically. And this mind is a subtle body. Okay, now that's one. Second subtle body we have, or part of the subtle body is intelligence. Have we seen the intelligence? No. Can we see where it is? Where is intelligence? By the way, can we locate the mind anywhere? Can we say that where is mind? Yes, Harish Prabhu, you have any opinion? Where is the mind? In the brain? In the ear? So how about intelligence? Intelligence on the right side and left side is the mind? Something like that? So the point is that neither intelligence nor mind we cannot locate in a place. It's not that it is localized organ like heart or kidney. It's not a localized organ. It's not an organ at all. It's a subtle science. So mind means, now what if I'm thinking about Vrindavan, which is now part of Uttar Pradesh near to Delhi. If I'm thinking about Vrindavan now, a temple in Vrindavan, for example, then my mind is there actually. If I'm thinking about United States of America, then actually my mind is there. So like that. So mind is very subtle. That's what mind can travel faster, very fast, not even a fraction of a second. So that's the subtle nature of the mind. Second subtle body is, with this I will conclude, it's already time up. Second nature of the second subtle body is our intelligence. Intelligence is it's not again an organ. It's not that we say it's in the brain, it's a part of the brain. It's not part of the brain basically. So brain is an organ. We can locate it also. But intelligence again is subtle body, and the intelligence definition is ability to distinguish good and bad, or ability to distinguish right and wrong. Simple definition. This distinguishing power is what is intelligence. Should I do this or no? Is it good or bad? Everything we do has two options, yes or no options. So this yes or no distinguishing is happening, or that is the quality of intelligence. Intelligence is actually deciding, or with intelligence actually this happens, yes or no, or choices. So that is why we should sharpen our intelligence. Otherwise we will choose the wrong thing. If our intelligence is not proper, we will end up in choosing the wrong thing, because it will distinguish. But if we are polluted, if our intelligence is not proper, not sharpened, what will happen? We will only choose the wrong thing. So that is why Shastra says we need to sharpen our intelligence by studying Shastras, by understanding Shastras. Through the Shastras now we are learning so many things, and we know what is to be done, what not to be done, what is correct, what is not correct, what is sin, what is good thing, what is punya, what is papa, right? There is a proper there is proper description given in the Shastras. So when we study the Shastras, we know what to do, what not to do. So intelligence will be sharpened. That's why it's very important to understand Shastra. So we talked about mind and intelligence. And third, okay, now coming to the mind again. Mind is something which is wandering like this. So people may ask, what is the method of controlling the mind? Krishna says this in the 6th chapter, by the way. Arjuna has a question, how to control mind. Krishna answers there. But again, I'm just giving in one line that Krishna says that to control the mind, the only way is that do whatever is favorable for bhakti, and just reject what is not favorable for bhakti. Follow what is required for your bhakti, and reject what is not required. Then your mind will be controlled. Otherwise, your mind will wander. And another point is that by chanting mantras, by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, by chanting holy names, we can control the mind to an extent. The more we chant, the more we take shelter of holy names, mind will be coming into control slowly, gradually. So that's about mind. Third is false ego. False ego is nothing but, this again is subtle part of subtle body, by the way. False ego is nothing but our thinking that, or our understanding that we are this body. Our identification with this body is false ego. That we don't know that we are souls, or we have forgotten that we are souls, and identifying myself as a body, and we are identifying things as in relationship with the body. For example, I am husband and wife. We are identifying as in a body relation. I am husband, you are wife. Actually, that's not the actual identity. Actual identity is that you are the soul, you are part and parcel of Krishna, Amsha of Krishna, I am also part and parcel of Krishna. Both of us are connected to Krishna, both of us are Amshas of Krishna, both of us are servants of Krishna. This is the actual identification. But if you are identifying as me, son, daughter, husband, wife, this is all bodily identification. So this is false ego basically. So which is not proper ego. Actual ego is, true ego is nothing but understanding that we are Krishna's part and parcel, understanding that we are Amshas of Krishna, servants of Krishna. This is the true ego. So false ego is opposite of that. So these are the 3 subtle bodies and 5 gross elements. So 5 gross elements I mentioned, and 3 subtle body I mentioned, and 10 senses I mentioned. Correct? Got it? So here in this verse, by concluding, I am concluding now. Krishna is saying that a sober person, a dhira, he will have, who is having perfect knowledge, understand the constitution of, understand that we are individual souls, and understanding the soul, understanding the super soul means Paramatma, who is present with, or Krishna as a super soul present in us. We already discussed about last time, Brahman, Paramatma, Bhagavan and all these things. So Krishna is present in all the living entities as super soul or Paramatma. Understanding that. Third is the difference between matter and spirit. So one who is having complete understanding is dhira, and such dhiras will never ever get confused by the change of the body. This is what Krishna says. Okay, with that I am stopping. I hope too much for today. too much philosophical discussion. So those who know, it's a revision for all of you. Those who know, those who don't know, it's a new thing. So I am stopping here. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.